no one that's outside of cheer knows really what cheer is until you do it. And so people just think, oh, you're waving pom-poms around for like once a week. But it's like intense, brutal training that you have to go through.
Cheer routines are made up of dance, tumbling, jumps, and stunting.
Cheer that we do, like we compete at competitions. We usually compete in 2 or 3 a year, so this year we did 2 of them. One was in Manchester and then the second one was in Derby.
It's like the whole year working towards a 2.5 minute routine.
You get one shot at that routine and it is the toughest 2 minutes of your life.
Most people correlate it and think of like pom-poms, but currently that's not what we do at the moment. We mainly focus on stunting.
That is literally you're lifting another human above your head.
So I'm a flyer in the team, which is basically the person that gets chucked up in the air.
It's definitely quite daunting to begin with because it is a strange concept at the end of the day, but I think that's also part of the fun.
I don't really find it that scary, although I feel like you feel more secure when you like know the bases that are below you.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have like trust in them.
Yeah, the flyers put a lot of trust in everyone underneath them, but they're brave and we try not to break that trust. We try and catch them.
We're pretty good at catching.
We're pretty good.
I think as well, like, it's not normally an elegant catch, but they're not on the ground, so like,
I feel like most bases and backs would throw themselves under a flyer to protect the flyer.
A base sort of helps support the flyer and does a lot of the grunt work getting them up there.
1, 3, 5, 7, 1.
So we do have a lot of practices a week, which are so necessary because it's a 2.5 minute routine, but so much goes into that.
Literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. Only Thursday, Friday you get a break from people.
And even then you're probably going out with them, so.
Yeah, we socialise a lot as
a club.
It takes up a lot of your time, so it's the people who genuinely do want to be there that are going, and you know that it means a lot to them, like being there.
Well, we're halfway through our last training of that first semester. It's all going well.
Yeah. Almost majority of our team going into this upcoming year before uni hadn't done cheer.
Most of the first semester was spent teaching us how to stunt and how to jump because most of us, half the team basically, hadn't done cheer before.
It's before it all starts getting stressful too, so like everyone's in such a good mood, no one's stressed about competitions yet, so yeah, I really enjoyed the beginning of the semester.
Semester 1 did feel more relaxed, whereas semester 2, not even more stressful, but it felt more real. Like we were, oh my goodness, it's 4 weeks till comp, 3 weeks till comp, 2 weeks. Yeah, so it really became, we need to hit, everything needs to hit.
Being in Scotland, we weren't able to stunt initially when we came back from Christmas break. So we had, I think, a period of 2 weeks where we couldn't stunt.
We intend to issue guidance to the effect that non-professional indoor contact sports for adults should not take place during up to a 3-week period from 26 December.
So we were just having to do fitness, we were having to run the routine, but just not having any stunting, which was a huge issue.
We were so excited to actually get to do it and it was quite disheartening. And I feel like it was also hard because obviously we could see that the English teams were still stunting.
Yeah.
So like watching that, we knew like going into comp, we're like, well, there's going to be like a difference in our standards.
It was only like the 2nd or 3rd week back that we actually got back into like properly stunting and stuff like that. So we definitely missed out on a lot of time.
What can we do today that we haven't been able to do for the past few weeks?
Stunting!
Once the COVID restrictions had lifted, we got straight back into stunting, but since we hadn't done it in like 2 months, I think we were all a bit rusty, to say the least.
It honestly felt like it had been a lifetime, and like we were so desperate to start stunting. I think everyone wanted it to hit so badly, and it just didn't.
When we did start to stunt, like
There was quite a lot of wee falls and injuries going about, whether it was like bases like bashing off each other, like a wee foot in the face from a flyer every now and again.
As like cheer, you're always going to have falls and injuries. It's more how everyone like works around them and like works together to make sure that someone's okay.
Next week, it's just over the dream because she made it possible.
Is it 7? That's got covered. Potentially. 7. I need a list. 7.
There you go.
7.
On the dot.
Nice.
Whatever.
Yeah.
What you do.
I need to apart from laugh off.
Yeah.
Literally us. Last man standing though, eh?
It's just as it's getting closer, like, you know, it's coming to the week now where it's like, if people start testing positive now,
Both of you got COVID, didn't you?
Yes, together.
We had COVID the week before comp.
Yeah, I think I got it from
you.
Just as we were able to begin stunting, we then had huge COVID outbreaks in our team. Within the couple of weeks going up to our first comp, I think we maybe had between 10 to 15 cases in the team. So I think we easily had over half of our team with COVID. I definitely think that was like the biggest hurdle we had before the first comp.
Oh, it was so stressful. When I got that positive test, I was like, oh my God, this is not the time that I need to have this.
It's kind of stressful, like how prepared.
And it was in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Like we've never run, feel like we've never had a full team practice for
Yeah.
the whole time.
When it's a sport like cheer and you need every single member of the team, it's scary when one person can't make it for a few weeks. There were some people that couldn't make it until the day of competition, like they hadn't practiced for like the week and a half prior.
Even switching people in so that you can practice. Everyone has their own rhythm in their own stunt groups, so to add another person is also challenging.
Although you're practicing on the surface the exact same stunts, if you're with a different group, it's not representative of how it's going to be at the competition.
I did lose a bit of technique. I think I just developed a fear because we hadn't done it for so long.
We ended up with like a couple of injuries throughout the year. A few people sort of dropped out just because there were other things going on.
The captains spent hours and hours rearranging things, and someone had COVID, so then they had to rearrange everything again.
Like in my entire time of cheer, I've never had one person drop out let alone 6.
You have to like redo the routine every time?
Most of the time, yeah. Like I wouldn't lie, we did have a lot of obstacles in the way this year.
How are you guys feeling for the comp on Sunday?
A bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah. First cheer comp ever for me, so.
Yeah, same.
Excited!
Everyone's like, usually people like pissing themselves when stunts fall, and I'm like, guys, the competition is in 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep myself censored while the camera's on.
Yeah.
I just love to.
Any thoughts, Katie?
No, less competition.
Is everyone excited?
Yeah.
Have fun at this one. Have fun at this one. We're like not putting any pressure on anyone. Like we have had an interesting beginning to the first semester.
Try your best. If we do well, we do well. If we don't, we don't. Like.
Also, make sure when you come off the floor, like regardless of if everything falls, like just try and put a smile on your face. Like forget about it. Like the next comp will be better anyway, regardless. So
And don't jump
just
off
try
the stage.
Aunt Maddie.
Maddie, you broke her ankle not from the routine, but from jumping off the stage.
So funny.
Yeah, other than that, there's nothing really else to say, to be honest. We just want to highlight that we want everyone to have fun.
Yeah,
It's
it
not
will.
meant to be pressurised
And
at
it'll
all.
be nice for us all to be together outside
some
of Savannah's.
Yeah.
Having that journey to just prepare as a team together was really nice and obviously really fun. And I think my van will appreciate my aux chord choices. We don't talk about Bruno, for instance.
I'm on the ops. I'm doing a brilliant job, some might say. Lauren might say, for sure.
So we all went down the night before competitions, and hanging out with each other was really fun and just brought us together as a team and made us feel like more like best friends than just teammates on a sports team.
Spending like all the time with each other, like the buses down and the buses back up, were just so funny.
What are we thinking for food? I'm just gonna go and see what tickles my fancy. I'm thinking a Wagamama baby.
Oh, Wagamama.
That's the one I'm sure there is.
It made me remember how much I love cheer comps though. Because it's just so fun. And we went to Trafford Centre, we all had dinner and in the hotel. It's just a fun weekend away.
He's so cute. I love him so much.
What's his name?
Archie or Archibald. No, I'm kind of. Guys, you're meant to go. That's so cute.
Slipping through my fingers all the time. I tried to catch her every minute. She keeps lingering. Slipping through my fingers all the time.
I feel like you get to like know everyone so much better when you're at comp, because everyone's just kind of like a wee bit like over everything, like so excited.
I'm excited to get there, but then I think before you go in, it's a wee bit overwhelming because like everyone's in cheer stuff and you're like,
oh, that's gonna hurt my eyes a bit, isn't it?
I think it might.
Bit of an eyesore.
I was sort of taken aback and sort of was in awe for a few minutes, like, oh my goodness, this is it. Like, we're about to perform in front of thousands of people, essentially.
As we did have so many members on the team who hadn't competed, it was strange, but I think I kind of acted calmer for them, because if I was really stressed, then everyone else would kind of feed off that energy. So I tried as much as possible to like be calm and be positive about it, but I was really nervous.
I don't think we really realised what we were walking into
No.
until Marin was like shaking, like her hand was sweating, like holding me, and I was like, oh, this is quite nervous actually.
I was genuinely so nervous, like so nervous. I didn't expect to be that nervous because obviously I've done comps before, like you go on, you give it your best shot, like you do everything you can, but like at the end of the day it's a competition. But oh my goodness, I can't describe how nervous I was.
When you're waiting in like the waiting area, you sort of, this is real, everyone's watching, you have to hit it. Like everyone depends on you, but your team is counting on you just as much as you're counting on the rest of your team to do well. And then you sort of, as soon as the music starts, the ding ding, that started our song, it's like, all that's out the window. Focus one stunt at a time, one dance move at a time, one jump at a time.
In the beginning, it like seemed to be going okay, but like I think as it went on, just stunts started to fall and they just kind of didn't stop.
None of my stunts fell, but they didn't feel good.
When you were on mat, you weren't really thinking about, oh, am I doing this good? Like, does this look great? You're thinking like, keep breathing, keep smiling.
You can't be thinking because everything is so quick. You know, you just have to know what comes next and where you're supposed to be and just do it.
It was one of those things that all started to go a bit wrong before actually anyone knew that it had gone wrong.
Right, stop. Right. Can we have the first aid onto the mat? Would you gather round her and just stand?
Hope you all enjoyed your first competition. It was eventful, that's the word to describe it. Yeah, we've just got like a couple of things we want to say.
So first comp, I would define it as a trial run, like dip our toes into the water.
I think the first competition was definitely a learning experience.
Yes.
I think none of us were kind of ready for what was going to come, and I don't think it was until we got there that we realized how important like it was what we were doing and how other groups were maybe a little bit more prepared than us.
None of us were like confident that it was going to go well. Even had the accident not happened, I think it wouldn't have been that good, to be honest.
To be fair, we left the first comp having still never done a proper full out.
Yeah, we had a bit of an accident.
Yeah, a bit of an injury.
Unfortunately, when we did perform, we actually didn't finish the full routine because one of our members dislocated her elbow halfway through, so that was definitely an experience that I don't think anyone had been through before.
Problem was with cheer is that you're so focused as to in the moment as to what you're doing that actually everyone just carried on. It wasn't until like the music went off, we all still carried on going because we thought the music hadn't worked, and then the lights went off and then a tannoy came out saying you need to stop.
And then we all just like kind of turned around and we saw Sarah on the floor.
Unfortunately, she did fracture her forearm and dislocate her elbow, so it's definitely quite a bad fall. But we wanted to also take her to the hospital just to get her arm checked out and make sure nothing major was wrong.
One thing I learned from that was how supportive the team are. They made me feel so much better. The president Marin sat with me in hospital for like 6 hours. So yeah, you know, a bittersweet situation because I realised how supportive the team are.
She's genuinely such a trooper though. She just kept apologising and we were like, stop. I don't think I could have handled it as well as Sarah did. I would have been an absolute mess.
Because Sarah had hurt her arm, obviously she wasn't able to compete with us at the second competition. We had one of our other members, Eliza, step in at the last minute, a hero to us all. Eliza was just incredible, like she picked up the routine really quickly. She was so supportive of everyone and like obviously she was the one that was thrown into it at the last moment.
She stepped in.
She
into
really
the
helped.
team, and you were in my stunt group, so we love you, Eliza. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she did.
I don't think I saved the day. It's everyone else's hard work at the end of the day that I just subbed in for. Like I think anyone could have filled it. Like I don't think like it was everyone's hard work that I was then able to sub in so easily.
Yeah, so we're just going to go over what we think are the main priorities we want people to focus on. Like my group in section 1 didn't hold E up, and we hit the half up to extension and then came down. So then that's the bit that annoys me when you come down after, because evidently the group's not been fighting hard enough to stay up.
We didn't do as well as we thought we were going to do at first comp, and like we could have had a captain that just went, nah, fine, if you aren't going to do it, don't care.
Yeah.
But they were so on it, they were like, okay, fine, we'll accept that's happened in the past, we're going to be better.
Right, we're going to do it one more time.
So like they were supportive, they were like, yes, these are the things that went well, but also these are the things we still need to work on. We can't just write off the entire comp as, oh, it's just because Sarah got hurt.
Then our main focus was we all wanted to do well at this comp because we knew we had the chance to. We knew we had enough practices to. From what we had done previously, we knew that we could do well in this one.
And we all suddenly went, we need to up our game, because if we don't, obviously everyone is working really hard, but if we don't really work hard, we don't stand a chance.
That is the most internally motivating thing, is like going to a comp and being like, well, that didn't turn out the way I wanted to, I have to work harder. And like that feeling beats anything else, like any other motivator, not just like if I had a coach like yelling at me.
I think everyone just started fighting a bit more. It's like not giving up in a stunt and just like actually like pushing through, like even if it seems like it's going down.
And you're fighting for everyone else. When you're with a team, you're like, no, this isn't just for me, this is for everybody, like we're going to smash it, we're going to do amazing.
I don't think so. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, you're getting cut, Zoe.
You can't do that back walking.
I think my attitude stayed the same. Like, I was the same girl, but like you just keep practicing, and at some point you get it.
5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 3, 5, 6.
I remember when one of my groups for the competition hit our full stunt sequence for the first time. I think we took a video of it and like watching the video back, we all just were like jumping around after it. Like it's just, yeah, I don't know, there's just nothing like it. Do you have any standout moments from the past 4 years? It's hard.
That is so hard. Okay, this is like a really small one, but there was a practice where we did this thing that we do quite frequently where a group goes in the middle and then everyone else circles round them and just cheers them on. And I just remember like looking around the circle and seeing actual like joy on everyone's faces, like when people hit. And I think it was just so great to see because cheer is so difficult and requires so much talent and so much skill, but then once you've had X amount of practices, it just does come down to confidence and just being positive.
Comp in 6 days, how are you feeling?
I'm excited. We're more prepared than we were last time, and we're so ready to smash it.
How many people are we competing against?
5 or 6. There's a Starbucks, guys. I was dreaming of a Starbucks. I have just seen one. I've just seen one. Wow. We're gonna win.
There was such a difference between the first and the second competition in terms of like preparedness and like confidence in ourselves and the team.
I think the second one we were more motivated. Well, I was. In the first one I wasn't.
Yeah, I really cared in the second one.
So the second competition, it was actually my birthday as well.
We will put your wee card. Oh, so nice.
I think they got me like this giant card and everyone had written in it. And I've never had a group of people celebrate me so much. And they had sort of decorated the bus and everything for me, which was just like so nice. Like it just was genuinely the best birthday that I've ever had.
I think we were really happy to like be there and to feel so prepared and to like want to do well for everyone else.
Anything that you do put out, everyone there is giving it their all. And like, I know that because I know everyone. And if you put this much time and effort into something that you spend so much of your university career on, you're gonna care a little bit. So like what we put out is like the best we can do at any point.
We had one of our group stunt teams who compete in a separate division go on before the main team. And I think we really surprised ourselves. And it was just such an amazing start to the day.
We went out and we hit 0 in our group stunt, and that was like such a surprise. And then like everyone just came like running over as soon as we finished, and like Amy started crying and everyone was just like so happy for us.
I think group stunt went really well and I'm so pleased with it. And it was like a really good way to set the tone for the day because then everyone was like hyped about it.
I think your group stunt, I felt like that really inspired us. We were like, oh my gosh, if like a fifth of the team can do it, why can't we do it again?
At the time of comps, I get so nervous that I think in my head, why did I put myself through this? Why am I doing this? This is awful. But then as soon as I'm on the comp mat and off it, and no matter how it goes, I'm like, that was so much fun. I just want to do it again.
I think there's quite a few of us that are leaving this year, so I think we were already emotional going on to Matt because we were like, this is our final one.
It really felt like we were doing it for each other. I think like before we went on, I just remember like not even feeling nervous for myself anymore. My first and second year, I would just be focused on myself and think, I really hope this stunt for me goes well, like I hope I pull this stretch well. But I think in this competition, like everyone just wanted to do it for each other and wanted everyone to be happy.
Y'all ready for this? Ladies, tell 'em, people like us, we gotta stick together. Keep your head up, nothing lasts forever. Keys to the lost, if you got it. It's hard to get high when you're living on the bottom. We don't want misfits, living in a world on fire. Sing it for the people like us, the people like us. Do I have your attention? Do I have your attention? Let's get loud. Turn the music up, let's do it. Come on, people, let's get loud. Let's get loud. Turn the music up to hear that sound. Some boys kiss me, some boys hold me. I think they're okay. 'Cause we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl. Inside my soul, I put the boys on Wi-Fi. They wanna taste of what I got. Taste it, taste it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One day when my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden. But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment. I just wanna feel this moment.
Probably as soon as the routine ended, we somehow all knew that we all hit every stunt, and I immediately started sobbing.
When we all hugged each other, we were all in tears because we were out of breath.
I know.
That was the best.
No one could believe what we had just done.
Guys, we fucking hit
We ended up coming fourth. We were looking at our score sheet and we had like the best overall performance. It was just our tumbling that let us down, to be honest.
Highest performance score. Really?
Did we?
The only thing that like puts us down is tumbling.
So like, it genuinely couldn't have been better. Like, it was the best way I could have finished cheer.
Honestly felt so good.
So good.
You can't describe it, can you?
I know.
I think the performance was so good because everyone was like,
Afterwards, it was the best feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it really didn't matter how we'd scored.
The atmosphere of everyone and how happy everyone was. Obviously, because we didn't win, but it just felt like we won. To me, I felt like we won.
Obviously we go to competitions to place and compete against others, and there will be trophies handed out at the end, but I don't think there's a feeling like feeling accomplished in yourself and knowing that you did everything you could.
Is there anything that you want to say to your fellow leavers or to the cheer, to the club? Anything you want to say to them?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's hard to summarize what this whole year has meant to me in words, but also just like the whole experience has been so good for me. And I think that this year especially, I am so excited to see what you guys do next.
I don't know where I'd be if I didn't do cheerleading at uni. Like it's just been the best 4 years, and I think it's really made my uni experience. I actually don't know. Well, I just don't know what I would do if I didn't have cheer.
And what do you think you'll miss like the most?
The people. I definitely wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my friends on cheer. No way.
It genuinely is the people, because I think the people make the sport and the people make like the fun of it as well. You can enjoy the sport so much, but if you're not surrounded by people that you enjoy being with, then you don't really, it's not the same.
Genuinely could not have asked for a better team. Like everyone's so lovely, everyone gets on with everyone, like it's just, like genuinely, I think I could go to anyone on team and just sit down and have a conversation.
I couldn't put my finger on like the moment that we became a team. I don't know, we just are now, like it just like, we just grew so much as a team throughout the year, and I think at the beginning we were close, but we were never like a group of best friends, but now we are.
I think what I'll miss most is just tiny things like that I've just taken for granted, like waking up and thinking, okay, I'm going to spend 2 hours with my best friends now and like work towards something that I feel really proud of, and everyone is so themselves at practices. It's just really great to like look around and see everyone be so confident now.
We are losing a lot of our members, and I think a lot of those members brought so much to the team that it will sort of be a gap that we have to fill.
I'm gonna miss them, they're so sweet. And like, it's gonna be kind of scary going to practice next year without them.
Because I feel like they're the people who you always like go and ask for like help if you're not sure about something.
Even just like uni life, I'll just text one of them and be like, how do you do this, or how do you do that?
Yeah, like I'm not ready for people to ask me those questions.
Oh no, freshers don't ask me any questions.
Like it genuinely is like not going to be the same at all without them.
I can't imagine, like, because they are what cheer is, like they are what St Andrews cheer is, like I can't imagine them not being there.
To the leavers, I will miss you guys all so much. It will not be the same without you guys.
I'm gonna miss you all too much next year, and I really hope that you come back and visit every weekend. I would just love to have like another minute with all of you.
You better come back. You better see us at pre-season and at every comp. I want you there at everything. You're not leaving. There's no such thing as leavers. You're stayers.
Thank you.